The price goes away. And when you go to a restaurant and you know it's a special occasion, Mother's Day, birthday, anniversary, and you want something special, what do? You look in the seafood section for the Maine lobster. Of course, typically when you see Maine lobster on the menu at the five-star restaurant, there's usually a blank space next to the price, or it says market price, which means it could be just about anything. When you shop for Maine lobster at QVC, you get the high pressure processed Maine lobster from the Greenhead Company, and you get quality with every single bite and every single pull. We are offering you the opportunity to get the 4 to 5 ounce Maine lobsters with the high pressure processing system at a price of $151 if you choose 8. If you double it and want 16, you pay $271, but that's not double the price. It's actually a $31 savings. So you can opt for, again, enough for a family to have 2 or make this the entree, and that's the 8 count, 5 payments of $30.20, or if you're feeding the crowd, you know that everybody is going to want more than one, then go for the big guns. That's the 16 count, but you're not doubling the offer. Again, you're paying $31 less than what you would if you buy the 8 count. There's a reason why what you saw me do was so easy. To pick up a whole tail that is completely cooked now and reach in and grab and pull the entire tail out. That is the HPP difference with Greenhead Maine Lobsters, certified Maine lobsters. We have Chef Nicole Gaffney, who is joining us via Skype to talk about that process and talk about the difference, if you could, Nicole, in the Greenhead lobster and what certified Maine lobster means.
Absolutely, and you did that so beautifully, Jane. It's great to see you.
Good to see you too.
We always, oh, thanks. We always talk about how important it is to know your source here on QVC. And when it comes to lobster, and particularly Maine lobster, there is not a better source to know than Greenhead. And that's because we're the #1 purveyor of certified Maine lobster in the entire world. And you can see right here, all of our passionate lobstermen and women, they are located in Stonington, Maine, which is actually the lobster capital of the world. These are the cold waters and rocky coastlines of Maine that give Maine lobster that distinct flavor and sweetness that you cannot get from lobster that comes from anywhere else in the world. All of our lobstermen and women are required to have a special license, and I have ours right here. These are highly regulated. They don't give out very many of them each year, and our lobsters are certified, and that means that they are absolutely the real deal, and that's very important.
You got it. Well, I already have an update, so let me go ahead and walk you through and offer your 8 count, which again is priced at $151, available to ship now, or you can ask for a delivery on, oh no? Oh, okay, so let me back up. So we only have the immediate ship week for the 8 count, and there's only 400 available. In the 16 count, so double the amount, but not double the price, shipping immediately, we have 150 remaining, and for April 19th, there are 4 dozen. So if you wanted these for Mother's Day, you need to be in the process of placing your order. There is no auto delivery on these, by the way. Again, this is lobster that, as you saw, is farmed and fresh from Maine, so there's not an unlimited supply of them. And then you also
And they're
get
not farmed, actually. These are all wild caught.
Fresh, wild caught. That's what I meant to say.
Yes, exactly.
But you also receive a tub of the butter with this. So this delicious butter that I'm dipping in, the Kate's butter, which is coming in this offer, you'll get 1 tub for the 8 count and 2 if you get the 16. Nicole, would you talk us through the high pressure process that makes this possible?
I would love to. So this is such a cool technique that we use at Greenhead, and we only do this for QVC. We ship lobsters all over the world, but this high pressure processing we only do right here. So what that means is we shoot thousands of gallons of super high pressure water inside of the lobster tail shells so that it releases the meat. So when you're ready to go and eat it, the meat just shimmies right out of the tail. It's so effortless and so easy. You can throw away your shears. You get to eat all of the meat. We always say it's not about how much lobster you cook. It's about how much you
eat,
actually
right.
get to eat, and you get all of it. I mean, if you look inside of the shell, it's clean as a whistle. There's
Yeah.
no meat left behind. All of this,
Even the tippity tippet of the tail, which of course is delicious,
Exactly.
sweet, and succulent.
Yes.
So you don't want to waste it. And honestly, for most people, the tail is the part that we want, Nicole. I don't really necessarily want to be eating the claws, digging through, especially at a 5-star restaurant. You typically pay for the restaurant to do all the hard work for you, which is why the price goes up substantially. So think about the last time you ordered a lobster at a restaurant. Did you have to ask what the price was? We tell you what the price is. You're getting 4 to 5 ounces for $151 in the choice of 8 or 16. Or 8, I should say, with 2 ship weeks, or 16 at $271 with now just the 1 ship week. So again, we encourage you to think about this for surf and turf. We encourage you to think about this for an elevated fish taco, for salad,
Ooh,
for
yes.
the pasta that we just talked about earlier in the show. Now is the time to do it, because here's what happens. At the end of this show, the price goes up, okay? And then you don't see it at this price for 6 months. So 6 months from now is, what are we, May, June, July, August, September, October is the next time you see it at a price that's like this. So Rachel is here with us. And again, when it comes to lobster, you want it to be from Maine, because that's where the tender, if I'm going to spend the money, Nicole, I want it to be the best.
Hi, Chef Nicole. You know what I love about this is that, the certification of the Maine lobster is awesome. But I love that, we can't literally get fresher lobster unless we went out on the shipping vessels, got the lobster, froze it, and brought it home ourselves. Isn't that right, Chef? Because
So true.
it hasn't been double frozen. This isn't, tell us that process, because our the certified lobster fishermen, what do they do?
They catch the lobster, they bring them to shore, and as soon as they release that meat and it goes through the HPP processing, they blast freeze it. And as soon as it's blast frozen, it goes into one of these bags and it is shipped directly to you. There is no middleman. There is no sitting in a warehouse for a long time. You are getting the freshest lobster that you could possibly get, unless you were right there where you see on screen, unless you were right there on the docks of Stonington, Maine, getting the best lobster right from the lobstermen themselves. This is the next best thing. Most of us do not have the privilege of living right there in Maine, so this is what you want. And there's such a distinct difference in the taste between a Maine lobster and lobster from anywhere else. And that's why you always hear about Maine lobster, because if you're getting your lobster tails from the Caribbean or Florida, or I see a lot of them at the grocery store that are from South Africa, that's a completely different species. They don't taste the same. I think they taste a little bit more similar to shrimp. Maine lobster is so unique in its flavor, and it's so special. It's really what you want to be serving when you want to be serving something really extraordinary to your family.
And this is that time of
And
year
when
too,
you
as
have
we are
this,
approaching
so awesome.
Mother's Day and thinking about maybe even Father's Day, throwing a big old hearty steak on the grill and then serving that lobster tail with it. It's the perfect meal when you're looking to celebrate, or just celebrating because it's another great day. Here's the update. So we had 8 count. Only the immediate ship week is available, and that's it. And there's only 200. In the 16 count, we have 150 that we can ship out right now, and 1 dozen that we can ship on April 19th.
Wow.
So if you're thinking Mother's Day, then please be in the process of placing your orders. Nicole and Rachel, May is my month. It's my anniversary, Mother's Day, and my birthday. So I get all of my big events out.
Oh my gosh, happy
It's the month
Happy
of June.
all of the things.
I know, exactly. So this is like in my freezer. I am ready for the celebration.
Yes.
And what is so great is that you are going to be successful. If looking at a lobster in a store has always been something that you thought about, but thought, oh gosh, I can't mess this up because they are pricey, and let's put that out there. This will be the most successful lobster that you've ever created, because they have already done all the hard work. That high pressure processes makes it so that you get all of that delicious meat all the way down to the tail. Tender, delicious Maine Lobster. There's a difference.
And let me tell you how easy these are to cook too. All you have to do is boil water. If you can handle that, then you can handle cooking lobster.
We can handle that.
Boil these or steam them. Exactly. Boil or steam for about 5 minutes and you are on your way to seafood perfection. Come out perfect every single time. There's no guesswork. Set a timer. You're good to go. If you can make pasta, you can make lobster. I promise you, you cannot mess these up.
Look at this delicious luncheon too. Like this was 4 lobster tails on a bed of greens with some fresh veggies, zucchini or any of those kind of things with this. This could be what you serve for your brunch or your luncheon. Then, of course, when you're looking to really put it on and you know, throw that together with something special, there's your lobster surf and turf. We still have the Rastelli's steaks coming up. Serve it with that delicious asparagus. You've got a little béarnaise on there. I mean, to me, that is the ultimate when it comes to 5-star restaurant dining. And you did it at home. Most of us are still, you know, being very careful and cautious. So maybe by Mother's Day, we'll have the opportunity to share a delicious meal, social distance across the table from mom or sister or aunt or whoever. But this way, you're actually having the best delivered to your family. This Maine lobster is so tender and delicious. We enjoyed this for New Year's in our household this year, Nicole, and my daughters and my husband and I, we are just huge fans. So the offer is the 8 or the 16, so that's double it. If you get the 16, you end up saving $31. In the 8 count that ships out on April 19th, we have 100. In the 16 count immediately, we have 100 remaining. And the second ship week has already sold out for the 16. So stay in the process of placing your order. Again, don't forget about Mother's Day. If you want to do bill to ship to for mom, you're not going to see her. Send it to her. We'll send you the bill. That's a great opportunity for you there. And you'll have plenty of time to make sure she gets it there. Nicole, thank you so much for spending the evening with us.
Thank you. It was great to see you both. Take care.
Good to see you. Bye-bye. And the turf is still to come in the show.